All right, good morning, everyone. This is the ESL Open Qualifiers for South America. This is Mad Kings versus VGS Esports. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm here with the wonderful Mike Mags, and we're pretty excited to be we're hoping to follow Mad Kings today for the Open Qualifiers. So, how are you this morning, Mags?
I'm doing well. It's snowing outside. I have a coffee by my side and ready to cast some South American Dota 2.
Yeah, the weather outside's pretty nasty out, but it's a good day to stay home, watch some Dota, cast some Dota, and just see how far these guys can go.
Yeah, Mad Kings, a team that's been around. They announced in about September a few roster shuffles, and their placings in recent events kind of toward the mid range. But we're looking forward to see them qualify to the closed qualifiers for ESL.
Yeah, and I believe the South American close qualifiers already has 8 teams that got invited, and then they have what, 4 slots for the Open
Yeah, top
qualifiers?
four.
It's pretty wild. I'm pretty interested to see what South American can put out here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It gives pretty much every team that has up and coming players a chance to just play against some of the best in their region. So it'll be a pretty nice close qualifier event.
All right, well, we get an early ice cream cone pickup here, Ancient Apparition. So that's going to discourage them from picking up anything that's too heavy on the healing. Winter Wyvern, of course, has already been banned out. She has been one of the top picks currently in the pro scene. I believe it's her and like the Ogre Magi that have been very popular in terms of support.
Yep, Ogre doing very well for VP when they won their major. Didn't do too well in Dream League, but it's still a popular pick, especially when you're going to be picking up Gyrocopter along with it. Just one of those hero combinations we've been seeing. But yeah, starting with an AA.
Some pretty standard bans coming out here from the side of both teams, actually. You get the Night Stalker. Oh gosh, can you tell it's morning? I'm tripping over my words. Night Stalker taken out just because of the ability to help with that night vision is so strong right now. The Brewmaster, of course, has been popular. He's banned out. Clockwork, stuff that's pretty strong in the current meta. And then the IO, of course. IO's difficult to deal with, just no matter what you're doing with the meta. That hero continues to be very popular, and the right hands can be a total menace.
Yep. His pairs have been pretty strong recently. Tiny, Medusa, just heroes that he can buff up and take towers or team fights with. So still strong ban as ever.
And we get the early Sand King pickup here from the side of VGS Esports. Now, I'm not super familiar with this particular team. Oh, the Bane. That's another one that's very popular right now.
Earth Spirit.
That's set up with the Nightmare into Burrow Strike. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, these guys can either be a roaming duo or you can always put the Sand King in the off lane. So a little bit of flexibility for VGS right now.
And the Earth Spirit, always a value pickup. That's a nice silence. It's very good at roaming and causing a lot of mayhem early on. Nice team fight ultimate as well here. No Mirana going to be picked up. No Morphling. The Alchemist actually got banned as well, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that's something
that's not a hero that you see that often.
Likes to play. So I'm assuming they're thinking that Sand King's a position 4 because the Underlord actually gets banned out on the side of Mad Kings here. They don't want to see the Uberlord moving them around the map.
That hero, saw it at Dream League in the final game against Liquid and Secret, and he did a lot of work. It was conveniently against a Nature's Prophet and a Draw Ranger, and just having his minus damage, having his tankiness, he's shown that he's still a pretty good hero despite not necessarily being picked too often before that. So might be seeing a bit more of him if he doesn't get banned out.
Interesting. I personally really like that hero. I've spammed a lot of that over in the offlane.
Yeah, and we got to cast a lot of it in recent months. So
oh yeah,
it's a hero close to our hearts.
Definitely. Nothing like yelling "Get in the Uber" when you're playing that hero, and then just piecing out because it's impossible to cancel it unless you murder that hero. He's pretty tanky. It's pretty hard to take him down. So what do you think we're going to see here coming out from the side of VGS Esports?
Well, with this pick, we're going to see if they do want the Sand King to be that position for the off lane. In most likelihood, this is kind of where they decide, and they're choosing to take a lot of time with this pick, actually. So they know that the second pick, third pick is kind of the decider. So you're going to get an Undying. So I'm going to most likely say Sand King's off lane. They want this Undying Bane to kind of take over lanes. They probably will have two in the off lane, two in the safe lane. They can afford that with a Bane, just being a solo support down bottom. So,
oh, there it is. There's the gyrocopter. I'm seeing a lot of this hero currently being played. The changes to his flat cannon being allowed to have different effects on it make him a really, really strong hero currently.
yeah. Also, the homing missile change. Like this hero is now just more powerful than ever, just being in a solo lane. You can just throw that on someone, and then they have to pretty much just run away back out, and you can have the wave to yourself for your CS. I know AA and Earth Spirit don't necessarily want to be sitting down in the safe lane helping them out for too long, so they'll be allowed to just roam around and cause havoc as long as they have someone that's as stable as a gyro.
I feel like this current meta is really focusing heavily on cores that can stay in lane by themselves, whether it's something like, you know, that Medusa going mid or with like gyrocopter, what have you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, just being independent and securing your own lane as a core is just very, very crucial for a team, because you want to just be able to secure every lane with your supports right now. The changes to experience and to gold just makes you're not able to sack a lane anymore, pretty much, or it costs a lot more to your team. So you want to allow your supports to help out whoever is having issues, and then rely on the fact that the lane that you leave won't, go to hell while they're not there. So having the independent cores is very strong.
Absolutely. We do see the Legion Commander pick up here. Definitely becoming a stronger value pick in terms of using her purging that comes out here. There's less and less of those that are being able to be used. So definitely interesting pick being able. I believe she can purge off the Nightmare, right?
Yeah, she'll be able to take off the disables. It's one of the strong dispels, so always used as like a Bat Rider counter and things like that as well. But yep, so you got the Burrow Strike and the Nightmare, Fiend's Grip as well. So it's a good pick. And also, we just talked about independent cores. She can certainly hold her own with a bit of sustain and an AoE nuke to just do well in the offlane.
She's a strong independent woman who can handle her own lane. I like it. And the puck pickup here for the side of Mad Kings. All right. It's a pretty nice draft coming out here. Some nice team fight ability. Nice 1v1 with the Legion Commander, of course, and Puck, of course, being able to burst people down.
Yep, they have a lot of nuke on this team, having Puck with all of his skills, Legion Commander, and Gyro.
And a Shadow Fiend pickup for the side of VGS.
I've been seeing this hero pop up now and again. I have heard people playing it as a caster build. I haven't necessarily seen Veils picked up on it in pro play, but some pubs have been experimenting with it. Although its talents to increase the damage or the spell amp and such, just I don't know. This hero is a little bit of both. Got some physical with the minus armor and his passive, and some nuke with Shadow Race being as strong as ever.
So which draft are you liking the best right now?
So I think Shadow Fiend is always a strong pick against a Puck. But the mid lane isn't necessarily 1v1 anymore, so you can't necessarily go by lane matchups. But yeah, I think VGS are looking good. That'll be on this Undying, actually. And this is a hero that we've seen picked a couple of times, but I haven't personally seen it do well. So it'll be on him, I think, to kind of disrupt whichever lane he chooses to go to in order to see how the mid game goes. But liking VGS to start off. So don't get to see a Juggernaut either. But
Well, that's
Yeah.
the fun thing about qualifiers and things. They have a little bit more freedom. Sometimes you see people picking things that are a little bit more comfort-based, I guess.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, the
pretty good
meta is
stuff.
very open in terms of picks, but
It's always fun.
yeah, this Legion commander though could very well be scary. You're gonna have the AA blast coming on top of whoever you choose to duel, and then Puck can very well help burst down a hero. So yeah, this off lane for the Radiant will be probably the lane to watch, I think.
All right. Well, we've loaded into the game. We do have a bit of a pause. We'll just take a minute, introduce the teams here. It's kind of tough. We're not officially on a ticket, it looks like. So we're going to have to just go with the names that they're using in their pubs. I believe Radiant, though, is Mad Kings. We've got SLSL, SSL, etc. He's going to be playing the Earth Spirit. Robo Z will be playing the Puck. Nada 2.0 going to be playing the Legion Commander. Seshid is going to be playing the Ancient Apparition, dancing in the dark on the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, then over on the Dire side, we have Storm playing Shadow Fiend, WR on the Juggernaut, Farah going to be playing the Sand King, PK Baby Rage playing Undying, and No Bad Days on Bane. My players were a lot easier to say than yours. So.
Yeah, I
Thank you, Dire.
I worked, tried to get these out. It's hard whenever there are no actual vowel sounds in Seshid's name right now. It's like, what was there's the CIS player, Cheshire Cat, who takes out all of his vowel sounds, and I was looking at it, and I was like, Trent, you're gonna have to help me here. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Like, oh, it's Cheshire Cat. And I was like, oh, okay. But, looks like we're headed out now into the lanes. Pause is over. Doesn't look like anyone's... Okay, we do have a smoke over on the Air Spirit. I'm not sure if they're gonna get really aggressive, though. Level 1. What is happening? What is... Oh, we're missing a player here. Dancing in the dark over here.
AFK.
AFK. Well, maybe, maybe he had to go use the bathroom and he's just figuring out his items, you never know.
Well, he's back now, so...
Well played indeed. Nothing too aggressive, though. It's like they're going to be able to secure this rune here for RoboZ on the Puck. And likewise, the same thing down here for Storm. He should be able to get this no problem. So, a bit passive so far.
It looks like we're going to get an Undying Sand King off lane. So, that will be interesting if the Earth Spear is required to stay down on bottom and not necessarily roam on the mid lane, which a Puck, as I mentioned before, will need some assistance against a Shadow Fiend. Just naturally does not do too well in that matchup.
I'm surprised there's no taunt coming out of Storm as he just walks casually towards the Radiant Bounty Rune here. That seems like the prime moment to do that. Looks like Farah, though. Oh, Farah, they're going to be able to get the body block in. The Chilling Touch coming out. This is looking like a very dead Sand King, and First Blood goes over to Earth Spirit.
Yeah, a Bounty Rune is not worth the death anymore.
No, definitely not.
The experience being nerfed, it is no longer as good as it once was until about 12 minutes, I think it is. So dying for the early game Bounty Rune, never really a good idea.
Well, they do spot out that PK Baby Rage has placed a ward over here on the side, and that he is making some pincering movements, so... It's like they're gonna have to protect this Gyro a little bit more because they are running 2-1-2 lanes. Check in with top here. Legion should do perfectly fine against Jug, although we do have no bad days over here. If they can get the Nightmare off, followed with a spin, that's gonna hurt pretty badly.
Choosing to go in Feeble level 1 though, that's as soon as you get hit with that, you're flustered. Your lane is pretty much lost. Half of his damage is gone. So
pretty calm though up here otherwise. Taking a look over here in mid. Looks like Puck getting the slightly better end of this lane here. RoboZ currently sitting at 3-3 and Shadow Fiend 2-2. Not a big difference though. Lots of harass getting thrown out. Storm having to go ahead and use one of those tangos. But bottom lane, they do spot out. Looking over here at Farah. Otherwise, pretty happy just to continue to go farming. Lots of just trading hits, poking, prodding each other for the most part. Where do you think we're going to see this First Blood?
So I thought the first blood would come in the Radiant off lane. As you mentioned, the just Blade Fury comboed with the Nightmare, just something that Legion won't necessarily be able to deal with if she gets caught. So that's still where my eye's going to be, but we do have this tri-lane sitting on the Radiant safe lane that could get a kill pretty much at any moment if they catch out the Undying.
And I mean, they're looking over here at Pharah. He's going to be able to burrow strike away, but that missile spam's going to get really annoying.
Yeah, going on the Sand King, definitely a harder kill to secure for them.
Yeah, I haven't seen Baby Rage actually doing anything with decay stacks here.
Yeah, he actually doesn't have any on him right now. So.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised
with
about
3
that.
heroes, I don't know. Like, if he wants to be a menace, he can just get up a couple stacks and trade with any of these supports that are here.
Yeah, they really want this Sand King. They'll be able to go ahead, land that roll. And Dancing in the Dark, can they get a 2-for-1 here? Ooh, not even a 2-for-1, just a 2-for. PK Baby Rage will be able to go ahead and use the Soul Rip, keep himself alive, as Pharah TPs himself back to lane.
I think Pharah was sitting without mana for the Burrow Strike to get away there.
So they've been harassing him pretty strong here, making sure that they can burn out through a lot of that mana, so.
Yep. But as I mentioned before, just keeping this tri-lane down bottom, they're not necessarily assisting the Shadow Fiend Puck in mid, who's now starting to pull ahead a little bit.
Well, we do see that there's a rotation coming out from Earth Spirit, so they're going to be poking a little bit more. The roll comes in, doesn't quite connect. Boulder won't connect either. We'll just force a TP, though, coming out from PK Baby Rage, so. A little more breathing room down here for the gyrocopter. And we do see the rotation.
Getting that kill on the Sand King kind of opens up the lanes a bit, so this Earth Spirit should start roaming around now. Maybe help out the Legion soon.
Legion's doing pretty okay for herself up here, though. Currently sitting at 14-0. Close, actually, to the gyrocopter, sitting at 15-9 in the Radiant safe lane, so. She's doing all right for herself, considering the fact that, you know, Bane, I'm sure, has been placing quite a bit of the Enfeebles. Bane actually sitting at level 3, just picks up the Nightmare now.
Yeah, now this lane starts to get a bit scary if she gets caught.
Gyrocopter hard at work farming here, sitting at level 3. He's a bit behind the Jug. Jug sitting at 23-9. Gyro at 18-11, but he does have that kill under his belt. Is he? It looked like he was lagging out there for a minute, just holding still. And they saw the opening. Sand King went in for that Burrow Strike. Are they going to dive the tower? It looks like they want to. Yeah, Viperage coming forward here. Throws out that decay. Sand King just a little too short. This could be very bad for Pharah. They could turn this around. There's still the Undying standing nearby. Missile comes in. They'll be able to get the cold. What's here? And there's the rolling boulder. They clean up over onto Sand King. PK Baby Rage now. He's on the hunt. He wants this Ancient Apparition, and he's pretty tanky here. We'll be able to throw out the cold feet again, and this is looking like this is going to be another kill for the side of the Radiant. He's going to try to dodge around the trees, but everyone was waiting for him on every side.
Yeah, Undying and Sand King maybe getting... I don't know, I think they forced that attempt on the gyrocopter under the tower a little too hard. Not having level 3 Burrow Strike there just kind of allowed it to come up short. And then they had a good rotation from the Earth Spirit and turned it around.
It's been a pretty
You're going to
passive
see a smoke
mid
from
lane
them
here.
too now. Yep, they shrined up. They're going on the Shadow Fiend. They want this kill.
Right as I say, of course, you know. It's been kind of passive. We finally see that rotation. Looking over at Storm here. Puck comes forward, gets the Waning Rift off. They'll use the Dream Coil. Nice roll forward here, and they'll follow up with the Chilling Touch. This is a kill. And Puck's got to be feeling pretty good about that. Bottom lane, they do ping out. They get the kill on the gyrocopter. Oof. So that rotation, while they got the kill on the mid, actually left Gyro a little bit too vulnerable here. And he does get taken down.
Finally a win for this offlane. That's really needed right now, being 5-0 this early on. So puts them with kill on a board.
Oh, can I get another kill here? This is looking scary right now for this Ancient Apparition. He's going to try to TP himself out here. They don't have a stun, so he should be able to make it. That is one lucky ice cream cone right there. Legion's getting quite a bit out of her lane and top.
Yeah, I think the Bane's, is he stacking for the Shadow Fiend? So left that lane, and yeah, 1v1, the Legion's happy playing against almost any melee hero in the game, so.
Yeah. Meanwhile, though, Gyrocopter suffering a little bit. He needs his supports probably to come back and give him a hand. Does have the Earth Spirit standing nearby, but I think they also need that Ancient Apparition. Bit of a rotation coming out in mid, though. Bane is just gonna go over, drop a Sentry Ward. Meanwhile, Puck, level 7, has himself a nice Arcane Rune. Not sure if he's gonna try to do anything with the Dream Coil in that.
Jug actually going on the Legion up top. He used Omni Slash there, but not getting the kill.
I don't think he's going to be able to do enough damage to her. Yeah. Meanwhile, bottom lane, though, we do have some fighting. Sand King actually gets taken down, and it looks like we're going to lose the Undying as well. Say, nice start for this Gyrocopter. 3-1 and 3. It's going to have that Aquila before you know it.
Yeah, bottom lane just kind of been a disaster besides that one kill that they got on Gyro.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Undying is, his plan is here, because he hasn't really been spamming that decay, which is normally what you see an Undying doing here, especially, you know, in the off lane. What do you think he needs to do to kind of get himself
Undying
back?
is kind of a super early game hero. You pick a lane you think you're going to have an advantage in, then you use decay and you just put it even more to your favor. So he chose that bottom lane was going to be that lane, and then it just kind of didn't work out for them. So from here he's in kind of a conflicted state. There's no lane that he's necessarily going to just dominate in. So this is kind of why, I don't know, we maybe don't see this hero too often, since it's just so polarizing, the type of game that you can have.
But we do see the Dream Coil getting used over in mid. Puck had that double damage room, but it's looking real scary for him right now. Can he get himself away? Yep, he's a slippery little fairy dragon. Will manage to make it out in time. That was a close shave for this Undying again. Meanwhile, we do see that the Earth Spirit is going to take a little nap here. He throws out that Enfeeble, and SLSL is going to try to run himself away. That Courier, oof, that's a brave little Courier. Some movement going on mid as well here. Looks like RoboZ was trying to get the advantage over onto Storm. He's going to probably get taken down. Yeah, tries to bottle through it, but too much damage coming out from this Shadow Fiend here. There's the roll in. They're looking over at Storm. They'll be able to land the cold feet. Will it be able to proc? They procs out here. SLSL throwing out as much damage as he can. These neutrals, oof. Those are getting a little close, but looks like the Ancient Apparition will be able to get the kill. Sitting pretty low here, though. Bottle comes out from RoboZ. Haven't seen any duels out of the Legion yet.
No, but she is just catching up now that hasn't been the support in lane, and able to just jungle up, has the Blink Dagger in her queue, so doesn't necessarily need to be dueling anyone right this moment. Her teammates are kind of doing fine, but she'll show up into the middle lane, I think, when she has that Blink Dagger on there.
There's a big jump forward. It looked like maybe they wanted to jump on this Legion in the top lane. Did have the Omni Slash up over here on the Jug. Ice Blast will connect. Sounds like. Nope. Lots of stacks over here in the jungle. Spain's been hard at work.
Yeah, I guess that's been his trade-off for giving the Legion a bit of a better lane, just allowing this kind of farming-intensive Shadow Fiend to catch up. Or to get ahead, I should say, because he's been doing pretty well.
Closer and closer to that Blink Dagger, though, here for the Legion. Just jump forward. She's going to go for the duel here. There's a nice roll-in coming out from the Earth Spirit. This will be a nice kill. And the first duel, unfortunately, not a win for her, but they do get the kill using the duel anyways. Still worth it.
Gets a nice stack as well, taking the fruits of Bane's labor away.
Oh, poor Bane. Oh, the roll forward. It does connect over onto the Undying. We'll touch the pop the ultimate over onto the Undying, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to get taken down. There's the epicenter being channeled now by Pharah. Don't think they have quite enough damage, though. They should be able to get this kill, though, over onto the Earth Spirit. Yeah, Bane, in fact, will be able to get that cleanup kill here. And now Farah trying to burrow strike himself out. He can't. No bad days, just sitting in between all these stones. No mana left, though, over on the Legion Commander. She doesn't have the soul ring up. It looks like they're just going to try to run away. Oh, so close. It's probably still going to be able to go and do the spin. In fact, Bane has that brain sap, and he will get the kill. That went from 0 to 60 pretty fast there.
Yeah, just... And in the meantime, you have the puck farming mid, the gyro farming bottom, so net gain for experience and gold just going the way to the Radiant, I think, getting more out of this time period. But their Spirit did a lot of work there, just getting the boulder smash onto 2.
That ultimate also did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
They look like they want to dive this Undying. Ice Blast coming in. Connects, they'll follow up with the call down. And Undying going to try to have to hide himself here into the trees. They still have vision on him. They go ahead. They pop the Mask of Madness. And it's actually Earth Spirit who gets that final kill. Now, interesting to note, there have been so many ganks, so many kills. The towers are still up. No one has taken a tower yet.
Yeah, teams just kind of choosing to allocate resources to just fighting and getting ahead and experience before they actually push together. I think really only the Juggernaut just having healing wardens is kind of the pushing power in this game. You're not necessarily going to see just a group of 5-man coming from the Radiant just yet, so they get more items at least. But hey, if you're Legion, you're content if you can just force fights and hopefully secure some dual damage in the early game.
Yeah, she's getting really close to this Blink Dagger as well. And we do see a rotation coming out from the 2 supports. Legion coming forward. She's trying to get the duel off. We'll be able to grab him just in the nick of time. It's going to be the Sand King coming in. He's actually going to get stunned up here by this Earth Spirit. That's another kill going over to the side of Earth Spirit. Once again, no dual damage, but they're able to take down the farming core here, so definitely worth it.
No dual damage and a very aggressive just duel in itself, being under the tower. When the Dire has the ability to TP in, they did TP in a little bit late, I'd say. Like, the Jugger was pretty much dead by the time anyone actually arrived, so I don't know. Radiant just able to capitalize despite being in a dangerous, potentially dangerous situation.
Looks like they really want to fight. They'll throw out a homing missile over onto the Shadow Fiend Illusion. Bunch of the supports sitting over here on the high ground. They do just throw down the Dream Coil.
Yep.
I like the well play coming out. But that tower, first tower of the game, taken down at about 14.5 minutes. Jug has now made his way to the bottom lane to continue his farming here.
And
we do see the TPs.
teams
Oh, Legion coming forward. Wants to get this duel. It's a slow chase here. We'll actually back off. There is the Bane standing nearby. And the Shadow Fiend actually has made a rotation as well. So I don't think they really want this. Although, ooh, can they see him here in the trees? Yeah, they found themselves an Earth Spirit. There's the stun thrown out. And he's going to try to roll himself away. Oh, that RNG! He actually gets sent into the creeps. What bad luck for WR. Nada, they're all under this tower. The Fiend's Grip comes out over onto the Ancient Apparition. There's the big Requiem as well. They'll clean up Legion. They'll clean up Ancient Apparition. Jug trying to find this Puck. Puck is too slippery, though. Gets himself away. And now the rotation of 4 should be able to take this tower.
Wow, that went a lot better for the Dire than I had expected. I thought Legion was going to be able to catch Jug solo bottom with the duel, and then, I don't know, Dire was able to just come back in with their teammates and force an under-tower engagement and claim the objective, so very good on them.
Yeah, that was very, very surprising, especially considering the fact that the Omni Slash ducked over to the creep wave. Oof.
Yeah, and it ended, and it finished with him under the tower. I thought Legion again was just going to maybe turn and duel him under the tower for some free extra damage there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she got too spooked by seeing like the rest of the team there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that probably was the case.
But that finished up the Battle Fury now for the Jug, and we do have the Blink Dagger up and running over on Nada, and they go ahead, they grab a smoke with the Gyrocopter and the Ancient Apparition, and they're looking to go on a hunt to get some dual damage.
The Sand King has a Blink Dagger as well, and you're seeing the Dire smoke into the Radiant jungle.
Mirroring plays. They can't find anyone over here. They probably realize, hey, there's no one in their jungle. They're probably in ours. Although there is a Juggernaut over here. Can they get this? They do get a kill over onto the Earth Spear. There's the blink forward. The silence comes out as well. And that's a very dead Juggernaut. Oh, boy. Ancient Apparition taking some just casual tower damage there. But forward down here, trying to push on this tower. The fort will come out. They'll pop the drums for a little more speed, too. This is going to be a nice Ice Blast. Ah, lands on 3 different heroes. And the race is on. Who can take the tower faster? It looks like it's probably going to be... Oh, Puck actually getting really ballsy. Jumps down into the middle. He's going to pay for that. Dream Coil. Oh, he snaps at the last second. Oh, Shadow Fiend. Not like this. Looks like they're going to find themselves another kill here. And Dying just stuck around a little too long. And the roll comes forward. The Blink actually going to be able to take Sand King out of that engagement.
I was going to say they traded the Earth Spirit for the Jug. That not a good trade for the Dire. And then, yeah, on this bottom tower, they secure the Radiant secure their own tower. And Shadow Fiend just dying to the snap of the Dream Coil. That change recently, the damage goes to the snap, not to the initial application. So
Yeah.
kind of underestimating the amount that it does there.
I'm sure he's so mad at himself right now. I know I would be just like, oh, we were in the clear, and I forgot about that.
That was a nice Ice Blast, though. That did a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, it actually connected over on 3 heroes, and only 1 hero was visible, so... Good stuff right there.
So with that, Mad Kings just back up to 6k. They had dropped a little bit after that fight on bottom, but back to in the lead there.
Alright, we're about 19 minutes in now. And we've seen top lane for the Dyers just taking down their tier 1s and tier 2s. Mid's gone. But the Radiant still have most of their towers up. They've only managed to take the tier 1 bottom. What's the next play here? If you're the Dyer, what do you want to do right now?
Well, they just finished their Battle Fury on the Juggernaut, so I think he's just going to be looking to farm, to be honest, for the next few minutes in order to get the most value out of this item. But the Radiant just kind of, or the Dire just with heroes that I don't think really mesh with that kind of style of play. They kind of want to be grouping up as they are now, so yeah, just claim some of those towers that they find themselves disadvantaged over.
Legion looking for an opening here. There's a lot of pressure being placed in the top tower, but while this is happening, Gyrocopter is just hitting their bottom tower, and no one is responding. That is not a good trade here. They actually pop the drums. They spot out over here. Nice Beam Coil coming in with the Waning Rift. Gets the silence off. It cancels out the epicenter. There's a big ultimate coming out here from Jug, but unfortunately just wasn't enough damage. He had to get a couple extra clicks out. Can they get this kill now over onto the Jug? They will be able to. They'll do a call down as well. And looks like they'll be able to chase after the Shadow Fiend. Very, very close. He managed to get a kill before he's taken down. There's the epicenter, though, coming out from Pharah here. And Gyro just doesn't seem to care. He's going to be able to not only get 1 kill, but yet another one with the help of RoboZ. Ooh, that Mask of Madness.
Yeah, Gyrocopter just able to solo take the T2 by himself and show up to clean up the fight. 5 for 2. That's, yeah, that's not a good sign if you are the Dire.
And they still weren't able to get the top tower during everything. Like, that's the worst part out of it. It started to look pretty okay for them until the Puck jumped in with the Dream Coil and the Waning Rift. And then things went pretty south because they were just split up during that entire fight. Their 2 damage dealers were doing something totally different.
Yeah, there's just not necessarily, like, the burst that's required to take down a hero right off the bat on the side of a Dire, so fights kind of drag on, I think, and it just allows the Radiant to show up to the fights and to just kind of turn them around.
Yeah, it's some dual damage here for the Legion Commander. Blade Mail complete as well, though. There's a jump forward here coming out from Pharah. Can they get this kill over onto Legion? He's going to have to go use that Purge here. Looks like Ancient Apparition will fall though to a Raze coming out from Storm. And now they're all kind of split out. They've got the Blink Dagger over on SLSL. He's going to try to hide himself here in the trees. But they do find him actually. The Burrow Strike will point out. There's the Earth Spirit. And they can't see each other though. Oh my goodness. And there's a big call down from the Gyrocopter. We'll be able to clean up over onto the Shadow Fiend. And still, this little mini battle going on. The 1v1 between Sand King and the Earth Spirit. He's actually going to roll into their base. Wow, they really want this. He might have bitten off a little bit too much here, yeah. Maybe too much of a dive there, Earth Spirit. They do get the kill, though, over on the Sand King. So I guess at the end of the day, you know, he still gets that kill, but probably not the best trade.
I was watching down in the same lane, just down further on. The Bane was solo Fiends gripping the Legion Commander and just pinging him out, saying, guys, help me kill him, but the rest of the action is going on just away from him, so not able to get that kill.
I feel like a lot of these fights have been split up quite a bit, where one person will initiate, but then two people are fighting a totally different fight on the back end here.
Yeah, I'd say that that's something that the Radiant can afford to do. They have a lot of AoE spells, and Ancient Apparition can just kind of have a global presence anywhere, but the Dire, they don't necessarily want to be playing that way. They have a lot of single target abilities.
Oh, Jug! There was a Jug there. Nice vision, yeah, they definitely, ping out. Oh, I think there's vision over here, guys, and that's going to be a free Roche for them. I think they need Legion to probably get in the pit and help them out a little bit here. Oh, there we go. A lot of angry pings coming out from all over the map here. We do see that Earth Spirit, he's smoked up. He's going to try to keep tabs on everyone. Or rather, it's an invisible rune, so keeps tabs, sees where that Sand King is because that epicenter could be a big problem for them. And they are starting to move over to the Roche pit, but they're just a little too late. Gyrocopter dancing in the dark has that Aegis here, and they're going to go hunting. Got the BKB up on him as well. Dreamcoil comes out over onto Fairy. He's going to try to get himself away. It's not going to be enough. They use the... Oh, BKB comes out over onto Gyro. Calldown comes out. They're trying to grab that Undying. And again, these fights are totally split up. They do get the kill on the Undying, but Dancing in the Dark going to have to move himself away. He went for a bit of a dive on this tower over here, and he's going to back off. Again, it's almost like there's no regards to the towers. Like, they're just so focused on getting the kills.
Yeah, they're seeing red over on the side of the Radiant, just going straight for the heroes. The objectives will come later.
I mean, that's another school of thought, right? If there are no heroes to defend the tower because they're all dead.
Yeah, creeps will do it for you eventually, I guess.
Nice regeneration rune here for RoboZ. Bane's been working on this Glimmer Cape for quite a while. Poor guy.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily going to help if someone gets dueled and just always be compelled to show. But yeah, it can do a little bit against the Ice Blast. Although you... Actually, I'm looking at Ancient Apparition. He has a Kaya.
Oh boy.
So,
well, he's having a fun game.
Some extra damage, yeah.
BKB is going to be completed very shortly for Storm here on this Shadow Fiend. It's throwing me off because I keep saying like, oh, Storm, but it's Shadow Fiend, and my brain just gets a little twisted trying to think about that. They do have Legion. She's looking for an opening, looking for that duel. Can she? Oh, she doesn't want to fight until all of these heroes, although that's a really nice Ice Blast coming in. Dancing in the Dark. He's got his eyes on this Undying. Should be able to get this kill. Tombstone gets dropped. And they do have some kiting going around here, but there's a jump forward. Big Omni Slash coming out, and that Blade Mail. Ooh, it looks like Legion gonna get taken down. Not gonna be able to get that duel. RoboZ in a lot of trouble too. He's gonna try to duck himself around. There's a BKB battle going on over here though. Gyrocopter, he's on the prowl. He wants the Shadow Fiend. He's gotta chase after him a little bit more. The Shrine gets popped. Can he actually secure this kill? They're just running all over the map here, Mags. Finally, we'll be able to get the kill before the rocket can even get launched.
And that's a movement speed battle there. Gyro having a plus 50 movement speed talent and Shadow Fiend having a plus 40. So plus 50 winning out in the end there.
Alright, and then we do see that tower getting taken. With the mighty right click of Ancient Apparition, Earth Spirit, and Puck. Oh, there is Dancing in the Dark. He was over a little bit
The
further
heroes
up.
are dead. I guess we take the tower, since that's all that's left to do.
You think I cares towers?
Eddie's towers.
Fort's gonna come out. They don't have the Omni Slash on the Jug right now. They don't have the Epicenter. Casual Rocket's getting thrown out on Undying. I'm sure he's not really appreciative of that. And this Gyro's feeling very, very strong. Seems to have no fear. Rest of the team coming in though. They pop the Lincolns. And all the there's the jump forward from Puck. It's two different people here with that waning rift. Looks like there's gonna be the Dream Coil coming out. Bane tries to get the Brain Snap. That extra damage though coming out from the call down and the slow. There's the Undying. He throws up the Tombstone. It's a non-factor. They take it out almost immediately. And now Sand King trying to get himself away. Dancing in the dark. He's just focused on those objectives here. He wants to get the towers. There's a little bit of damage over onto the heroes as well, but it's a pretty good amount. Still have the Aegis on the Gyro. I'm a little surprised that he didn't try to just finish up that other Rax with that, but gonna be able to walk away from this engagement pretty easily. They still have Duel up and running over onto Legion. Oh, Jug, he sends something in the air. He's gonna get grabbed. That Blade Mail just gonna shred him.
He was farming right under a nicely planted Radiant Ward. Just gets caught.
Yeah, shout out to the supports here for the really excellent vision. We've seen that Jug got ganked several times here by this Legion Commander, thanks to some really nice ward placement. I'm sure Jug is pretty cranky and is yelling at his supports to get some more sentries out there. Shadow Fiend actually has just dipped completely. He is over in mid right now. The rest of the team preparing for the jump here. Lincoln's gets popped immediately over on Dancing in the Dark. There's a jump forward from Puck. Double silence. Boulder Smash coming in. They get the Fiend Script off. And Earth Spirit's going to spend a little bit of time, but there's the Purge coming out from Legion. Robo-Z is just tanking this from the Jug. Does get the Dream Coil off. Meanwhile, though, we do see Storm. He's got that BKB popped. He's got his eyes on the AA. Gets that kill. Now Dancing in the Dark. He's going to try to run himself out. He does have the Aegis. Aegis actually just going to expire. And does have the BKB if he needs to, but is going to be able to walk away from this. It's a very brave Legion Commander considering how many people are up and alive on Dire right now.
He's got 92 extra damage. He can pretty much take on anyone at this point.
It'll be a little bit more difficult if there's multiple heroes, though. I don't think she's ready to 1v4 them.
Well, considering the fights that we've been seeing under towers.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Nothing's impossible.
You might actually see an AA Blast just coming on this Jug soon.
Oh, there's the jump forward. This Jug cannot catch a break here. Legion Commander gonna be able to get that little bit of extra duel damage. So she could definitely 1v1, maybe 1v2. It's starting to get scary where she might be able to go further than that, though.
Choosing not to wait for the AA respawn. I can handle it myself.
Like we said, she's a strong, independent lady. Okay. Shadow Fiend and Gyrocopter have a moment of recognition in the forest, and they just walk away from each other. No big deal. We have that Butterfly completed now. Very close to Butterfly being completed on Gyrocopter. Sand King. Sand King? What is happening? Just ships passing in the night here. Gyrocopter does run face to face with the Shadow Fiend. He pops the BKB. Bane gonna be able to hold him though with that Fiend Script. Nice Ice Blast coming in. BKB is getting popped on both sides now. A nice Dream Coil coming in as well. There's a big Waning Rift. Call down coming in. You guys gonna be able to clean up not one, but two. Can it get three? Oh no, it looks like Dancing Dark. He wants the Shadow Fiend. He's gonna be able to ditch around here, dodging a bit. The silence comes out. Can they hit this? There's a homing missile. They want him so bad. He's just a little too fast. They actually pop the smoke, but they'll chase him all the way into the well. GG gets called. Oh my goodness. What a chase.
Yeah, at the beginning of that, they didn't have a ward at the shrine there. The Gyro just ran in. He didn't care.
No,
his team was able to back him up.
Well, think about how many times he's run into the other enemy team. He ran into Shadow Fiend, he ran into Sand King, and like they both just ran away immediately. Like they're like, nope, I don't want to deal with that because he's just too strong.
13-1 and 12, a very nice game for him.
Absolutely.
And yeah, at the beginning I said I think it'd be down to the Undying, seeing if he can kind of be effective in his lane. He does end the game 0 and 10, so honestly not the best in what he was looking for with that pick. But yeah, just kind of slipped in the hands of towards the hands of the Radiant there.
All right, guys, we'll be back with continued coverage of the Mad Kings, so stick around.